Hello friends, welcome back to another video of Litsure Academy. In this video, we will talk about the previous questions asked from UGC NET English exam held in 2020 from this section of drama. There were some important questions asked from drama section. We will discuss all of them. We will talk about the answers and other important factors related with the answers and questions. And another thing to remember is that we are talking about the first shift. As you all know, the exam was held in two shifts. We are talking about the questions from drama section of shift 1 of UGC NET English exam 2020. Now let us move on to the questions. Who makes the following speech in Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot? The speech is provided there. Astride of a grave and a difficult birth, down in the hole, lingeringly, the grave digger puts on the forceps. So this is a part of a speech. And who makes this speech? It is the question. And another information is provided there that this speech is from Samuel Beckett's play Waiting for Godot. The four options given there are estrogen, Lecky, Vladimir and Pozzo. So the answer of this question is option 3, Vladimir. It is Vladimir who makes this speech. All these four characters, that is estrogen, Vladimir, Lecky and Pozzo, belong to this play Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett. And we know the play Waiting for Godot is a representative drama of the theatre of the absurd, which was a movement of theatre during the 1950s. Samuel Beckett, Jan Genet, Eugene Ionesco are some of the popular names associated with the absurdist drama movement. And this particular play is very popular and it was first written in French language. Samuel Beckett is a French dramatist, and you have to remember that this popular play was first written in French language, then it was later translated into English by the same person, Samuel Beckett. And the play has 2 acts, and it is all about the endless wait of the 2 protagonists, Vladimir and Estrogen, or who are also known as Didi and Gogo. And of course, the other 2, Lecky and Pozzo, are other characters relatively of less importance than Vladimir and Estrogen. Now that is all about this particular question. Now let us move on to the next one. The next question is, which 2 of the following dramatists are associated with the epic theatre? The 4 options given are Fernando Arrabal, Bertolt Brecht, Arnold Bronnen and James Saunders. And then there are 4 options given, and you have to choose the correct answer from the given options. So when we look at the options, we will know that of the given 4 options, or of the given names of 4 persons, 2 names are correct answers. Or in other words, 2 of the following dramatists are associated with epic theatre. So we have to find out which 2 of the following are those 2 dramatists who are associated with epic theatre. Now, the correct answer of this question is option 2, that is B and C. Option B, Bertolt Brecht, and option C, Arnold Bronnen. These two are associated with epic theatre. Now, what is epic theatre? Earlier, we talked about a particular form of drama called absurdist drama. Now, we have another one here, that is epic drama or epic theatre. Now, epic theatre is a form of drama developed in the mid 20th century. And what is special about this form of drama? This form of drama uses different techniques to break the imaginary wall between the stage and audience. Generally, we believe that there is a gap between the audience and the characters. Or, in other words, the audience believe what they see. That is how they relate with the events of the stage or of the drama. But epic theatre consciously tries to remove the wall or break the wall between stage and audience, and it wants to make the audience aware that they are seeing a drama or they are seeing the performance of actors according to a particular story. This is the unique feature of epic theatre. It directly addresses the audience. Bertolt Brecht, Arnold Bornen, and Irving Piscator. These are popular names associated with epic theatre. Irving Piscator, along with Bertolt Brecht and Arnold Bronnen, are the most popular names of epic drama. Now, the other options here, that is James Saunders, he is an English playwright, while the first one, Fernando Arrabal, is a Spanish playwright. So all the names are the names of playwrights, but the options B and C are the correct names who are associated with epic drama. Moving on to the next one. Which two of the following oppositions are best evoked by Hamlet's utterance, to be or not to be? The four options given are between life and death, between action and emotion, between affirmation and confirmation, and between doing and abstaining from doing. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. Now you have again four options and you have to find out which one is the right. Now this question is very similar to the previous one. Here again we have to find out the correct two answers. Out of the four, two are correct answers. So we have to find out which of the two are best evoked by Hamlet's utterance, to be or not to be. Now, for your information, the sentence to be or not to be, this phrase is actually the beginning of a very popular soliloquy of Prince Hamlet in Shakespeare's play Hamlet. Now, what is that soliloquy about? That is what we have to find out. The correct answer to this question is option 1. That is A and D. Between life and death, and between doing and abstaining from doing. So we all know Hamlet's aim was to kill his mother's second husband, his uncle. He desperately wanted to do that, but he couldn't do that because he had a tragic flaw which we call procrastination. That is, he always tried to postpone things. He was not an action person. He was not a person who acts by impulses. He thinks, and finally abstains from doing. So that is the problem, or that is the tragic flaw of Hamlet. Now, let us look at the first correct answer here. That is between life and death. Now we know that while Hamlet was plotting to kill his uncle was plotting to kill Hamlet because he knew that Hamlet is started to see him as an enemy. He know that Hamlet will soon kill him. So he started to plot the murder of Hamlet. Now this is the first answer there, between life and death. Hamlet knew very well that if he doesn't kill his uncle right now, then he will be killed by his uncle. If he didn't kill, he will be killed. Either kill your enemy or get killed by your enemy. So that is why this is a choice between life and death for Hamlet. Now the second one, I already told you, between doing and abstaining from doing, to be or not to be. This is his tragic flaw. He is not a person who acts by impulse. He thinks and thinks. He postpones things. So he is always unsure whether to do that now or do it later. So these two are the correct answers of this question, and they are related with the character, the qualities of the character of Prince Hamlet. Now the next one. Arrange the following plays in the chronological order of publication. The four plays given are All for Love, Venice Preserved, The School for Scandal, and The Country Wife. Again, you have four options there. The correct answer of this particular question is option 2. That is The Country Wife. I am talking about the chronological order of publication of this plays. The Country Wife is the first one. All for Love is the second one. Then Venice Preserved comes, and finally The School for Scandal. Now let us look at these plays in depth. The first one, The Country Wife. This is written by William Wycherley in the year 1675. William Wycherley is the writer of the play The Country Wife, and it was written or published in 1675. The School for Scandal is written by R.B. Sheridan, and it was in 1777. And Venice Preserved is by Thomas Otway in 1682. All for Love, popular play by John Dryden, was written in 1677. That is, you have to begin with The Country Wife, the first one by William Wycherley. It was a restoration comedy of manners. All for Love, again another restoration play by John Dryden, written 2 years after the publication of Country Wife. Then Venice Preserved, another restoration play. So the first three are restoration plays. Venice Preserved was written by Thomas Otway, but the fourth one, The School for Scandal, was written in 18th century by R.B. Sheridan. So this is the answer. Now we have the next question here. Which two characters among the following exhibit the studious abstraction of scholars? Options are Shylock, Hamlet, second Pensereso, or Pensereso the second, and final option, option D, Mosca. Which of them exhibit the studious abstraction of scholars? That is the question. You have four options here. Again, just like the two we have seen earlier, you have two right answers here. Two of the given characters are answers. So what exactly is abstraction here? Abstraction is the quality of dealing with ideas than events. So the characters, the two of the given four characters, exhibit the quality of dealing with ideas more than events. So these two likes to think more than to act. Instead of focusing on action, these people like to think, to ponder. Who are the two correct answers? The correct option here is option 2. That is B and C, Hamlet and Pensereso the second. Now, about Hamlet, we already discussed that procrastination or postponing things was his major tragic flaw. He liked to think rather than to act. Now, Pensereso the second is the narrator of a poem with the same name written by John Milton. The poem focuses on melancholy as a source for the inspiration of creative writing. In it, the narrator, just like Hamlet, is a person who likes to think rather than to act. The title itself, Pensereso, means pensive man. Pensereso means pensive man. So both Hamlet and Pensereso live in the world of abstractions or ideas or thoughts rather than actions. So this is the answer of this question. And for your information, Milton has written another poem of the title El Allegro. Both these poems are often said about together. Pensereso the second and El Allegro. Pensereso the second. Pensereso means, as I already told you, it means pensive man, while El Allegro means just the opposite, happy man. Both the poems are written by John Milton. Which of the following are the major themes in William Congrave's The Way of the World? This is our next question. Which of the following are the major themes in William Congrave's The Way of the World? Jealousy and revenge. Option 2, love and intrigue. Option 3, intrigue and death. And option 4, love and loyalty. Now the correct answer of this question is option 2, love and intrigue. The Way of the World is a restoration play, a comedy of manners. You know, comedy of manners is a type of play which satirizes the manners and hypocrisies of the then English society. Way of the World was written by William Congreve, and two major characters, the hero and heroine of the play, are Mirabell and Millamant. Mirabell and Millamant are the two most important characters of this restoration comedy of manners, Way of the World. Now, the major themes in this play is or rather are, love and intrigue. Love and intrigue and the problems caused by the love or surrounded by the couple, Mirabel and Millamant, are the major themes in Congreve's The Way of the World. Moving on to the next one. What game do the characters play in Act 2 of Harold Pinter's The Birthday Party? This is about Harold Pinter's play. The four options given are option 1, a game of chess, option 2, a game of cards, option 3, blind man's buff, and option 4, musical chairs. The right answer is option 3, blind man's buff. Now this play, The Birthday Party, is a representative play of the genre called comedy of menace. We have already talked about some of the important movements in drama, like the epic theater or the absurd drama. Now we have another form of drama here, that is comedy of menace. So what is peculiar about this comedy of menace? In these kinds of plays, there will be danger looming and lurking in the story. The characters will always fear that something bad is gonna happen to them. And when we read or when we see the play, when we watch the play, we also fear the threat of that impending danger. That is why they are called comedy of menace. So otherwise, the play will have a very smooth story. It will be comic. There will be light-hearted dialogue situations. But on the other hand, or as a parallel to this smooth and light story, there will be fear. There will be the threat of an impending danger and dark side to this story. And a word about Harold Pinter. Harold Pinter is a very popular playwright, but besides being a playwright, he is also a very popular script writer, film director, and a film actor. And it is also very well known to all of us that he was a person who loved cricket, the game of cricket, and he used cricket metaphors in all of his plays, including The Birthday Party. The next one. To which mythological character is Faustus compared in the prologue of Dr. Faustus? Option 1, Perseus, option 2, Theseus, option 3, Icarus, and option 4, Achilles. The right answer of this question is option 3, Icarus. That is, Icarus is the mythological character to which Faustus is compared in the prologue of Dr. Faustus. Now, Dr. Faustus, as we all know, is a play written by Christopher Marlowe, and it is a tragedy. Now, why this character of Faustus is compared to Icarus? Icarus is actually a Greek mythological character. He was the son of Daedalus, and Daedalus was a man who had craft. So he made strong wings which help one to fly, and he gifted those wings to his son, Daedalus' son Icarus. Icarus used those wings gifted by his father or made by his father to fly close to sun. Now, flying close to sun is something that is always prohibited, always warned against, but still Icarus wanted to fly close to sun because he had overambition. See, he had all that power that came with those strong wings. He could have used it for better purposes, but still he had that pride, he had that overambition, which led him to try to fly closer and closer to sun, and in the way he died or he destroyed himself. So now this is what happened to Icarus. In the same way, in the play Dr. Faustus, the titular character Dr. Faustus too had pride and overambition just like Icarus. He wanted power, he wanted unlimited power and knowledge, and he wanted to rule the world. In order to do that, he made truce with the devil and did what was forbidden. As a result, he suffered and died. Now, this is why these two characters are compared. The next one. Which one of the following statements is appropriately true of Harold Pinter's plays? Again, this is a question related with Harold Pinter. Which one of the following statements is true of this guy, Harold Pinter's plays? Now, the four options given are option 1. Menace is in the air and it leads to bloody violence. Menace is in the air and it is realized through the female characters, that is option 2. Option 3. Menace is in the air, but it is not pinned down or explained. Option 4. Menace is in the air and anarchy follows in a systematic manner. The answer, as you might have rightly guessed, the answer is option 3. Menace is in the air, but it is not pinned down or explained. Now, this question we have already discussed about the characteristics of comedy of Menace, and I told you that there is the threat of an impending danger. Danger or dark things lurk inside the minds of the characters. Danger looms and lurks throughout the play, but the source of that danger is unknown. The source is mysterious, or the danger itself is mysterious. The characters fear some danger. There are signs of an impending danger, but at the same time, the source of that danger is a mystery. That is why the menace is in the air, but it is not pinned down or explained. This is an unexplained menace, unexplained danger, fear. This is the characteristic of the comedies of Menace. So that is the answer of this question. It is this statement which is true of Harold Pinter's plays. Now let us move on to the next question. Arrange the following plays in their chronological order. This is the second question we see, which is about chronological order. Again, we have 4 plays here. The Country Wife. Now, you will remember that we saw the title Country Wife earlier. So, this is the second time the same play is mentioned in the Shift 1 of UGC NET English Exam 2020. The Country Wife, Cymbeline, the Spanish Tragedy, and The Rivals are the 4 plays given. Now we have to arrange them in their chronological order. There are 4 options given there. So what is the right answer here? The right answer is option 3. That is, the first one is the Spanish Tragedy, then Cymbeline comes, after that The Rivals comes, then finally, no, there is, I'm sorry, the order Please look at the answer here. Option 3 is the right answer, as I already told you. The first one is the Spanish tragedy. Option C. Second one is option B, Cymbeline. Third one is the country wife. And the fourth one is the rivals. Now we will look at them in detail. The first one, Spanish tragedy. This is written by Thomas Kyd in 1587. 1587 is the year. Then the second one, Cymbeline, is written by none other than the great William Shakespeare in 1611. 1611. The country wife is first performed in 1675. We already discussed that earlier. 1675 is the year, and it was written by William Wycherley. And The Rivals is written by R.B. Sheridan in 1775. Spanish Tragedy in 1587. Cymbeline in 1611. Now look at these four plays. The first one is obviously the Spanish Tragedy. The second one is the Cymbeline. The third one is The Country Wife by William Wycherley, which was first performed in 1675, while the fourth and final one is The Rivals by R.B. Sheridan in 1775. Now this is the correct answer of this particular question. Now this was our last question. Almost, I think we discussed 10 questions which came from the drama part of UGC NET English syllabus. I hope this video was very useful to you in your preparation for the upcoming UGC NET exam. Now this is Litsure Academy, and just to inform you, we are providing online classes, paid coaching in English subject for UGC NET and JRF exam, and we also provide classes for general paper. If you are interested, you can use the number provided there to contact us. Thank you.